Good morning, students. In a previous lesson, we took information about the establishment of Swaraj and some battles of Shivaji Maharaj, as well as we learn the Treaty of Panhala. Today, we are going to start a sixth lesson of history, that is, conflicts with the Mughals. Shivaji Maharaj increased activity in a Deccan. He founded Swaraj in a Deccan. Mughal also want to expand their empire in the south. As Aurangzeb became the king of the Mughal empire, he sent Shahisti Khan in the south. Their information we are going to learn in this lesson. Okay. The first one, the invasions of Shahisti Khan or attack of Shahisti Khan. In February 1660, Shaista Khan left the Ahmednagar and he entered in a Pune province. He made a small groups of his army and sent in neighboring areas. Their small groups destroyed the area nearby the Pune province. Trade, agriculture, religious places was destroyed by the Shaista Khan. Shaista Khan attacked on the Chakan fort. Firangoji Narsala was the Killedar of this Chakan fort. He gave a strong resistance, but finally Mughal captured the Chakan fort. Shaista Khan made his camp in a Lal Mahal, where Shivaji Maharaj had lived at childhood, and he started to destroy the area near the Pune province. More than 2 years passed, but Shahisti Khan was not ready to return in North India. So Shivaji Maharaj drew up a bold plan to raid on a Lal Mahal. Their information we will learn. Many of you know the story of Shahisti Khan. Yes, how Shivaji Maharaj attacked on the Lal Mahal and how he cut the fingers of Shahisti Khan. Okay, see in this picture. Shivaji Maharaj decided to raid on a Lal Mahal under his own leadership. On a 5th April 1663, Maharaj raid on the Lal Mahal at night with his selected soldiers. In this raid, Shahisti Khan lost his fingers. He left Pune province and shifted to the Aurangabad. He had to face the anger of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb transferred him in a Bengal province. The successful attack on the Shahisti Khan had impact on a people, and the faith of people also increased. Okay, it is a brave plan, bold plan by the Shivaji Maharaj to attack on the Shahisti Khan. It was not very easy. Okay, now the next one. In the 3 years' time, Shahisti Khan destroyed a large territory of Swaraj. It was necessary to make good this loss. Means what he destroyed the agriculture, he destroyed the trade. A lot of loss is there of Swaraj, and it was necessary to recover this loss. For this, Shivaji Maharaj decided to teach a lesson to the Mughals. So, he made a plan. Shivaji Maharaj decided to attack on a Surat. Surat was a big trade center and a port under the Mughal control. British, Dutch, French had their factories in that city. Maximum revenue was being granted by this city. It was rich city. Shivaji Maharaj attacked on the Surat. Liaquat Ali Khan was the Sardar or the Subedar of this city, means Surat city. He could not resistance. So without any resistance, Shivaji Maharaj got the Surat city. In this campaign, Shivaji Maharaj got a lot of wealth. This campaign was stunning blow to the Aurangzeb's prestige. Not only the loss of wealth, the prestige of Aurangzeb also blow due to this. Okay. Now the next one, Shivaji Maharaj attack on Surat. Due to this, Aurangzeb was very angry and he wanted to curb the activities of Shivaji Maharaj. So he sent Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh, a powerful and experienced Rajput Sardar in a Deccan with a great force. When Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh entered in a Deccan, he made the friends like Portuguese, Dutch, British, and they made a plan to attack on Swaraj at once. They also started a naval campaign against the Swaraj. He made a plan to capture the forts of the Swaraj. Jai Singh and Diler Khan led a siege to the Purandar fort. Murarbaji Deshpande was the Killedar of this fort. He fought bravely against the Mughal. He died a hero's death in this battle. The situation was very serious. Yes, Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh was very powerful. Many enemies like Dutch, British, French, all they attack on the Swaraj at a once. It was very hard for the Shivaji Maharaj to fight with all these enemies. So Shivaji Maharaj began talks for a treaty. He personally met to the Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh. A treaty between Jai Singh and the Shivaji Maharaj was signed in June 1665. This treaty was known as the Treaty of Purandar. According to this treaty, Shivaji Maharaj gave 23 forts to the Mughals and annual revenue of 4 lakh hones he gave to the Mughal. This treaty was ratified by the Aurangzeb. Ratified means granted by the Aurangzeb. According to this treaty, Maharaj also assured to help Mughal against the Adil Shahi. Understood this? In a last lesson, we learned the Treaty of Panhala, and here in this lesson, we learn the Treaty of Purandar. Okay, Purandar Treaty in between Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh and Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, understood this or not? Now, after this treaty, Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh turned towards Adil Shahi. Shivaji Maharaj already assured to the Mughals to help against the Adil Shahi. So, Shivaji Maharaj helped Jai Singh against the Adil Shahi. But Jai Singh was not succeed in this campaign and he returned. Jai Singh and the Aurangzeb decided to keep away from the politics of Deccan to the Shivaji Maharaj. Means they want the Shivaji Maharaj should be away from the Deccan politics. So Jai Singh invited Shivaji Maharaj to meet a Aurangzeb at Agra. He guaranteed the safety of Shivaji Maharaj. The question will be there on this point. Who guaranteed the safety of Shivaji Maharaj for the meeting of Agra? Mirza Rajesh Jai Singh guaranteed the safety of Shivaji Maharaj when Shivaji Maharaj went to the Agra. Okay. Shivaji Maharaj accepted this invitation. Yes, anyone give you invitation for the party, for the marriage, what you do? You accept that invitation. The same here, Shivaji Maharaj accepted this invitation and he went Agra with the Prince Sambhaji and some loyal companions. Okay, there was a birthday party of Aurangzeb and the Shivaji Maharaj went to attend that at the Agra. See in this picture. When the Shivaji Maharaj reached the Agra, Aurangzeb did not treat well to the Shivaji Maharaj. He not gave respect to them. Shivaji Maharaj was a king. Aurangzeb have to give some respect honor to the Shivaji Maharaj, but he did not treat him well. Not only this, Aurangzeb put him under the house arrest. Shivaji Maharaj made a plan of escaping from this house arrest. One day, Shivaji Maharaj sit in the boxes and he escaped from the Agra, and safely he reached the Raigad. When he was reaching to the Raigad, he kept Sambhaji Raje at Mathura. Later on, Prince Sambhaji brought safely to the Raigad. While Shivaji Maharaj away from this Swaraj, Veer Mata Jizabai looked the administration of the Swaraj. In a last lesson, you learn Veer Mata Jizabai got the education of the different weapons as well as the administration. She was a good administrator. When the Shivaji Maharaj was in Agra, that time Veer Mata Jizabai looked the administration of Swaraj. Okay. Now, as he returned, as the Shivaji Maharaj returned from the Agra, immediately he did not want any conflict with the Mughal, but he gave 27 forts, 23 forts to the Mughals, and he wanted to recapture that forts and the territory given by the Purandar Treaty. So he made a comprehensive and a bold plan. On one side, he attacked on the forts which are given to the Mughals, and the another side he attacked on the neighboring Mughal territories. Due to this, he made the Mughal unstable into the Deccan area. Shivaji Maharaj captured the several forts like Purandar, Lohagad, Mahuli, Karnala, Rahida, etc. Means these forts was captured by the Shivaji Maharaj. Then Shivaji Maharaj attacked on the Surat second time. First time Shivaji Maharaj attacked after the Shahisti Khan returned, and the second time when Shivaji Maharaj returned from the Agra, he attacked on the Surat. In this campaign also Shivaji Maharaj got a lot of wealth. While returning from the Surat, he fought a great battle with the Mughal Sardar at Vani Dindori in a Nashik district. Yes, when the Shivaji Maharaj was returning from the Surat campaign, he fought with the Mughal Sardar at the Vani Dindori in a Nashik, and the name of this Sardar is Sardar Daud Khan. Many times question will be there on this. Who defeated at the Vani Dindori? Who defeated? Daud Khan was defeated by Shivaji Maharaj at the Vani Dindori. Okay. After this, the Moropant Pingle captured the Trembakgarh. Here also one question. Who captured the Trembakgarh? Or he captured the Trembakgarh. Right answer in one word. Who captured? Moropant Pingle captured the Trembakgarh. Okay. Shivaji Maharaj was successful in his offensive campaign. Sardars like Tanaji Malusare, Moropant Pingle, Prataprao Gujjar made a valuable contribution in this campaign. Means it is not the campaign of one person. Many companions, many friends, Sardars of the Swaraj helped to the Shivaji Maharaj for the successful campaign against the Mughal. Okay. Krishnaji Anand Sabhasad described this campaign in the following words. He took as many 27 forts in a 4 months and earned a great reputation for himself. Means not only Shivaji Maharaj captured 27 forts in a 4 month, but he got some reputation. Means Aurangzeb was one of the important king of India. Twicely he attacked on his territory and he took a lot of wealth. The important Sardars of Aurangzeb was defeated by Shivaji Maharaj and successfully he escaped from the Agra. All these things gave certain reputation to the Shivaji Maharaj. Okay. Due to this campaign, Shivaji Maharaj became well-known king in Maharashtra as well as in India, and the prestige of Shivaji Maharaj increased. Okay, understood this? The remaining part we will learn in a next period. Thank you.